two greatest armies of their day clash at an eerie range of hills known as the Dog's Heads. Will the relentless hack and grind of the Roman legions prevail, or will it be the geometric perfection of the fearsome Macedonian phalanx? Tonight, a team of spin doctors, observed as always by our military analysts, find out on Time Commanders. Welcome to the show where history's greatest generals live to fight another day. And doing battle tonight are a team of political consultants from London. They are Craig Keeley, who reads up on weapons systems in his leisure time and really wants to win.
In my mind, I'm ice cool, calm, collected, etc. But I know I do panic at the slightest thing and start squealing usually.
Jo Thornton wants to be on the show because she likes men in leather skirts.
We probably all take the mickey out of each other, pretend we're paying attention to each other, and then generally do exactly what we want to do.
Caroline Evans is the boss at work and always believes her opinion is right.
I think it'll be a really good team exercise for us all, and hopefully we won't all kill each other in the process.
And Ruth Westerby, who's swapped the serenity of yoga 3 times a week for the thrill of the battlefield.
We'll probably all just get incredibly excited, angsty, overwrought, and cry.
Together, the Spin Doctors are tonight's Time Commanders. Welcome, team. Great to have you here. Given your job, I'm not going to say Spin Doctors too many times. It's a win-win, isn't it? Because if you lose, you're just going to be able to turn it round.
Absolutely.
I should imagine. But what skills do you think you will be able to bring to bear on this from your work?
Crisis management?
Oh, definitely.
Crisis management is good, because there probably will be a crisis.
There will be a crisis.
In fact, there almost certainly will be a crisis at some point. So you reckon you'll be flexible and able to sort of come up with new ideas?
The communication.
On the fly. Communication is essential. That really is essential. Well, good luck. We'll see how you do in battle. And keeping a watchful eye over our team's tactics tonight will be the Time Commanders' experts. And they are historical analyst Arik Nussbacher, senior lecturer in war studies at the Royal Military Academy, Sandhurst, and ancient historian and author Adrian Goldsworthy. OK, team, now this is the bit where for once you're not doing the talking, you're doing the listening, and pay attention very closely because here comes your battle briefing.
You are going to refight the Battle of Cynoscephalae. It is the year 197 BCE, and you're going to be fighting in Thessaly, in the northeast of what's now Greece.
This is a clash between two of the greatest powers of the ancient world, the rising power of Republican Rome and the ancient kingdom of Macedonia that had been the power base for Alexander the Great. And the two armies of these powers clash at a range of hills called Cynoscephalae, which in Greek means the dog's heads.
The Roman and Macedonian armies have both been moving westward. Each army knows that the other one is there, but neither army knows just where the other army is.
But they're both committed to their march. The Romans are going northwest, the Macedonians are coming southeast. They're heading directly towards each other from opposite sides of the same path. It doesn't help that it's foggy. Nobody quite knows what's going on. The situation is very confused, but the clash is now inevitable. Now, team, you're going to be taking the role of the Roman army, at the heart of which are 2 legions of Roman citizens. Now, at this time, the legions are recruited from every citizen who owns enough property to provide his own weapons and equipment. So the wealthiest are the cavalry, the poorest, who don't need so much protective gear, are the light infantry, the velites. The heart of the legion, though, are the heavy infantry, and these are divided into 3 lines. You've got the youngest, men in their early 20s, are the front line, they're the hastati. They're armoured and backed up with the Spanish sword, a very effective weapon. Behind them are men in what the Romans consider to be the prime of life. That's my age. The principes, who stand in the second line, equipped exactly the same way. And at the back are the veterans, the older, more experienced soldiers. They've got longer spears instead of the throwing pilum.
The Latin word for wing is ally, and you've got allies here today. On your wings, you've got people from other parts of Italy other than Rome, and you've got a few elephants, and you've also got people from the Greek city-states.
It's a good, balanced force. They're not professional soldiers. Roman citizens are obliged to serve when the state calls them up. Everybody in this Roman army, although they're just conscripts, is as experienced, probably more experienced than the professional soldiers the Macedonians have.
So it's our team of political consultants as the Romans against the Macedonians. How are you going to talk your way out of this one then, guys? What do you reckon?
I thought we'd ask them.
Well, you've got 2 questions, and I would advise you to use them very carefully, because we're going to take the experts away and you fight the battle on your own. So, ask away.
What's more important, keeping formation of our main troops or getting up the hill, basically?
What we're seeing here in this battle is a clash between 2 military systems. We're seeing a clash between the old Hellenistic system, which the phalanx dominated, this big mass of people with long spears, and the new Roman manipular legion, the checkerboard of legionaries, which is much more flexible. And on rough terrain like this, flexibility will be the key to victory.
One more question.
If we've got lots of ability to manoeuvre around, and they're coming straight at us, we want to run away, basically, and get around the sides, how quick are they comparative to us? Can we actually sort of fall back in front of them, and will we be quicker, or will they catch us up?
The phalanx, as you say, only goes in one direction, forward. You have got the ability to adapt and move around, and if it comes to a contest of maneuver, you will win.
Okay.
Okay, that's it. No more help from the guys, I'm afraid. We've got one more important thing to do. Only 2 of you will be fighting as generals, 2 of you will be fighting as captains. Now, I don't know if you have your personal preferences, but they are irrelevant because our experts make the decision. They study your profiles and they decide. And then it's crucial how you work together as a team. So, now's when we find out who will be the commanders and who will be the commanded.
Joe's top tactic is to flirt outrageously with the guys on the computers so that they win it for us without us having to tell them what to do.
Joe, you are a captain.
Caroline, you are a general.
Ruth, today, you are a captain.
Craig, old boy, today, you're a general.
The tactic to flirt, it's a vicious lie. I don't know where you heard that from.
So, team, now you know. Are you happy with that?
Yep.
Just about.
Are you? Is it going to work?
I hope so.
Anybody disappointed?
No, it's what we wanted.
Captains, don't go thinking you've got an easy job, because you haven't. And generals, we'll see how you do in the heat of battle. So, fancy a fight?
Yeah.
Glad you said that, because there's one coming your way. The skirmish. The smaller fight before the main battle. This is quite common, this often happened, and it's good news for you because it's like a little practice run before the big battle, and the experts are going to brief you now, so listen up on what you can expect in your skirmish.
At Cynoscephalae, the fog was so thick that the standard bearers of the 2 armies couldn't see the road ahead of them. And the 2 armies were marching on either side of this ridge. Neither army could see the other. And then reconnaissance patrols from the 2 armies met in the middle.
It's a bit like turning a corner in a dark house and suddenly stumbling into someone with a shock. No one's expecting this. Everything is developing not under the control of the generals, but simply the people on the spot. Now, you have an opportunity. If you can seize the higher ground, that will give you an advantage in the subsequent battle. So that's what you've got to try and do now in this skirmish.
And that is your lot, because the experts are going. Now, Eric, Adrian, thank you very much indeed. They'll be up there on the observation deck and they will be watching. Don't let that add to the pressure, please. What are you going to do, very quickly? What's your plan?
Get up the hill bloody quickly.
Well, you're not going to have long. Captains, you can go down and find out exactly what you have got, report back to your generals. Go down there now, please, because the time for talking is well and truly over. Let's see what you're made of.